have actionable insights and actionable strategies, something that you can take back and you can start implementing. That's all. अगर आप में से सब लोग अगर एक एक्शन लेके जा सकते हैं by the end of the day, whether it's financial, emotional, physical, and you say this is how I'm going to empower myself, I think our job is done. And don't stop there. Share it with your families, share it with your co-workers and your colleagues. We have a lot of representation from many companies. Become D&I and wellness ambassadors. Go back and share it with the people, right? To that extent also, inshallah, this is not the only intervention that we're going to do. Alhamdulillah, if your feedback is good by the end of the day today, our full intention is to organize in August or September a full one-day event on only emotional wellness or mental slash, because we want to dig deep, right? We're not one of those कि एक बार कर लिया, तालियां बजा दी, सब खुश होकर चले गए. We don't work that way. अगर कुछ start करा है तो, and if you want to bring a change, no change happens overnight. Time लगाना पड़ता है, effort लगानी पड़ती है. That's how we work. So if this resonates with you, आप हमारे पास आए. My team is here. हमें बताएं you want to work with us. We are very open for this our next intervention, जिसमें we really want to showcase कि mental, आप सबने हाथ उठाया, मैंने देखा, mental emotional definitely is the biggest challenge everybody has. I'll share two surveys with you, especially post COVID. Global studies हैं जिसमें पाकिस्तान के भी लोग इन्होंने सर्वे करा था. एक सर्वे कहती है कि 2 out of 4 people, which is 1 out of 2 people in the world, have seen a mental health decline in the past 4 years especially. और दूसरी study puts this number at 75%. So at least यहाँ पे 50% लोग वो हैं जिनकी mental health या emotional health decline हुई है. And again, if you're not taking actions, then these are empty talks, and we don't believe in empty talks. The last thing I have to share with you is actually, this is where my passion for D&I came. In my last company, I worked with them for 7 years. 2016 में हमारे CEO ने बोला कि we're going to be gender pay neutral company. US based company थी हमारी. हमने कहा हम हर साल जो है ना, हम gender pay पे अपनी जो number होगा वो investors के साथ और Wall Street के साथ share करेंगे. And what that meant for me in my job was कि the countries I was looking after, I had to go to the CEOs of every country and share with them कि हमारी इस country में इस role पे gender pay ratio क्या है, right? And ये बहुत ज़्यादा और बहुत difficult काम था, because आप जाके किसी leader को बोल रहे हैं कि भाई ये number है, आपको इतना खर्चा करना पड़ेगा और आप इस purpose के लिए कर रहे हैं. And one of the, I would say the classic example of my first time understanding what conscious bias was actually with a female leader. हमारी लीडर थी बहुत बड़े टेक सेंटर की. मैं उनके पास गया, मैंने कहा भाई आपके पास ये नंबर्स हैं, दिस इज़ द स्पेसिफिक एक्शंस वी हैव टू टेक, एनालिसिस हमने कर लिया है. शी सेड वेरी पॉइंट ब्लैंक ऑन माय फेस, सजाद आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू सेइंग, आई नो दिस इज़ द राइट थिंग टू डू, बट आई एम नॉट गोना डू इट. तो मैंने कहा भाई आप मुझसे कह रही हैं, ऑन वन एंड यू आर सेइंग कि आप यू बिलीव इन इट, व्हाई वोंट यू डू इट? एंड शी इज़ लाइक, सिंपल सी बात है कि मेरी लीडरशिप टीम में सारे मर्द हज़रात हैं, टेक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर्स आर मोस्टली मैन. शी इज़ लाइक, दिस इज़ अ मार्केट जहाँ पे सबके पास एवरेज 2 जॉब्स होती हैं, right? If I don't give them the salaries and the promotions that I need to give, ये लोग मुझे छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, मैं अपनी जॉब नहीं कर पाऊंगी. And I had this conversation with her about 5 years in a row. मैं हर साल जाता था, मैं पुश बैक करता था, वो मुझे वापस से प्यार से चमाट मारती थी, मैं वापस चला जाता था. And then I would go to my boss and say कि मैंने कोशिश कर ली, obviously मैं उनसे पंगा तो लूँगा नहीं, मुझे भी अपनी जॉब पसंद है. So my point was, this was my first interaction कि conscious bias इतना strong क्या होता है, right? That's the first one. Then 2015-16 में there were many forums जहाँ पे I started to get involved in trying to understand कि unconscious और subconscious bias क्या होता है. And there were a few forums जहाँ पे we had these experts, global experts, जिन्होंने tried to make us understand कि unconscious और subconscious bias को remove करना is very very difficult. कभी कभार ये एक generation निकल जाएगी, आप कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे, right? और D&I के point of view से change लाने में, I don't remember her name, but there's a very famous professor है Harvard की, शी इज़ अ ग्लोबल अथॉरिटी, और उन्होंने बोला कि D&I के ऊपर चेंज जब तक नहीं आएगा, जब तक कंपनी लेवल के ऊपर या गवर्नमेंट लेवल के ऊपर हम हार्ड मेट्रिक्स और SLAs नहीं लगाएंगे. तो टिल यू पुट अ टारगेट एट अ लीडर लेवल कि हमें ये चेंज लाना है, इतने %, वेदर जेंडर हो या कोई भी माइनॉरिटी रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो, जब तक हार्ड कोर नंबर नहीं लगेंगे चेंज नहीं आएगा. एंड दैट्स माई लर्निंग एज वेल इन द कंपनीज आई वर्क फॉर, इन द फोरम्स आई बीन पार्ट ऑफ, कि ज़रूरी है, पता है सबको, लेकिन कोई टारगेट नहीं लगा रहे एट द एंड ऑफ द डे कि इंप्रूवमेंट लाएंगे तो 12 महीने में, 24 महीनों में क्या इंप्रूवमेंट आएगी, कहाँ पे चीज़ें आएंगी. आई एम नॉट गोना से नॉट एवरी कंपनी इज डूइंग इट, सम कंपनीज हैव स्टार्टेड, बट जितनी बातें होती हैं ना उतना एक्शन नहीं होता है. एंड दैट्स माई पर्सनल फ्रस्ट्रेशन. सो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शेयर दिस पर्सपेक्टिव विथ यू. लाइक आई सेड, आज का हमारा दिन, we want to make it very action oriented. That's why we're calling it this as well. We're not going to do 10 things. We're going to do one thing, one step at a time. And so that's my inspiration for being part of this. I hope, जैसे मैंने सब शेयर करा, you take this opportunity. सबसे पहले अपने आवर को empower करें. It doesn't matter what the world says. Unless you are well yourself, you can't look after your family and your loved ones. So with that, thank you again so much for your attention. Thank you for being here. We're very happy for you to be here. I'm going to be outside. If you want to have a discussion, we're here. Thank you so much.
अच्छा जी, दोबारा से मैं अब क्या बोलूँ. I want to thank Sajad for his I think heart spoken words. बहुत दिल से उन्होंने बोला जो भी बोला about DEI, and it's not only about the talk like he said, it's more about action. तो जैसे कि वो बॉस की बात कर रहे थे और तो उस पर मुझे एक थॉट आया अभी बैठे बैठे कि I also used to have my first boss who was a female. So I'll talk about a little bit of women connecting to women over here because we have all women here. See guys, वो जो harassment होती है, जो biasness होती है, जो हरासमेंट होती है और बायस होती है ना, वो ज़रूरी नहीं कि आपको मेल से ही आए. वो फीमेल टू फीमेल भी आती है, वो मेल टू फीमेल भी आती है, वो दोनों तरफ खेला जाता है. सो माई फर्स्ट बॉस वाज सच अ नाइस लेडी एंड entire credit to actually goes to her wherever you see me today here, because of the fact that she was not only my first boss but she was also my mentor. So I mean उस वक्त मैं 22-23 साल की थी when I started working, and I was not what I am right now. I was chirpy, I was talkative, loud, all over the place, and wearing bright colors to work and not having the idea what to do because पहली job थी. So she tamed me. I'll use the word tamed, all right? Tamed, trained, mentored, and made me understand what is the right thing to do and how to go about it. और मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ. आसमा खान नाम था उनका. I can't take the organization name here, but she is a wonderful lady and she really taught me a lot. तो मैं अब सब क्योंकि ख़वातीन यहाँ हैं तो इस मौके का फ़ायदा उठाना चाहती हूँ कि being women we should support women also, because we should अगर कोई वो मर्दों में तो ये होता है ना, दे हैव स्मोक ब्रेक्स, दे गो आउट एंड कोई प्रेजेंटेशन ख़राब भी हो रही होती है तो यार कोई नहीं तू आजा मैं तुझे बता दूंगा, ये कर लेंगे, ऐसे कर लेंगे, तू कर ले आओ, ठीक है. ख़वातीन में होता है अच्छा अभी ये नहीं हो रहा है इससे, चलो मैं कर लेती हूँ, आई डू इट. सो इट्स ओके, शी कांट डू इट, आई डू इट. दिस इज़ व्हाट सम वुमेन डू, नॉट ऑल, सम वुमेन डू. On the other hand, it should be the opposite direction actually. We should actually be holding hand and supporting women. And अगर कोई नया entry level पे आया है तो उसको support करो. मैं हमेशा से इसकी true और firm believer रही हूँ और मैं इसको अभी भी practice करती हूँ. अब अगर मैं मैं कोई successful तो इतनी नहीं हूँ, but wherever I am standing today, if I see a new entrant level coming up, I'm going to support her. Whoever she is, whichever organization she is, that doesn't matter. So I'm meeting you all today and I'm here for your support. That's all I also wanted to say. So moving on, हम अब चल रहे हैं अपने next speaker की तरफ, और उस तरफ आने से पहले आइए ज़रा स्कोर देखते हैं. हम ना फुल यहाँ पे बिग बॉस खेल रहे हैं, स्कोर करते रहेंगे हम, सही है, पूरा दिन. इमोशनल स्कोर, क्योंकि हम हमारी नेक्स्ट स्पीकर इमोशनल वेलनेस के ऊपर आ रही हैं. 50% ऑडियंस इज़ हियर और 50% ऑडियंस के हिसाब से इमोशनल स्कोर है 3.8. ओह वाह, ये तो बहुत अच्छा स्कोर है. वैसे पहले 3 था, मैंने देखा, अब 3.8 हो गया. अब इमोशनल के अंदर बड़े सारे मसाइल आते हैं. अब कहा जाता है कि लड़कियां तो होती इमोशनल हैं. आई टेक प्राइड इन दैट. डू यू? वी शुड टेक प्राइड इन दैट. इमोशनल होना कोई खुदा न खास्ता कमज़ोरी नहीं होती है. इमोशनल होना सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ होती है. इसका मतलब आप इंसान हैं, आपका दिल है, वो दुखता है, दर्द होती है, तकलीफ़ होती है, रोना आता है, हंसना आता है, अच्छा लगता है, बुरा लगता है, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स चाहिए, निगलेक्ट क्यों हो रही हूँ, रिजेक्ट क्यों हो रही हूँ, ये इमोशंस हैं. इमोशंस बताते हैं कि मैं ज़िंदा हूँ. जब ये ख़त्म हो जाते हैं मतलब मैं आई एम प्रॉब्ली नॉट इवन अलाइव इनसाइड. सो इमोशनल वेलनेस इज़ वेरी. आपको पता है जब मैं ये चिट्स बना रही थी ना, तो सबसे ज़्यादा नंबर पता है किस वेलनेस का बना? इमोशनल का. आई मेड अराउंड 85 चिट्स ओनली ऑन इमोशनल वेलनेस. सो दैट मीन्स कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. सो I'm going to invite our next speaker now. I'm very impressed by her profile and everything. I'm really looking forward to her talk also. We're inviting Dr. Tamazzur Karim on the stage. She's a CEO and founder of the Calm Planet, and she'll be shedding light on, based on her expertise of course, on stress management techniques. That was also one of the chit name, by the way. Mental health toolkit and addressing social support and relationships. अब अगर आप देखें तमाम के तमाम वेलनेस कनेक्टेड हैं, एंड डॉक्टर तमज़्ज़ुर विल बी गिविंग हर एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन एंड इनसाइट्स ऑन दिस. सो अब विद अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज प्लीज़ वेलकम डॉक्टर तमज़्ज़ुर करीम ऑन द स्टेज. तालियां ज़रा ज़ोर से बजाएं ना. Thank you.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Okay, I'm Dr. Tamazur and I'm here to talk about emotional wellness. Can I have my slides, please? Next. So why am I here to talk about emotional wellness? After my medicine from Ziauddin Medical University, I did a master's in psychology from Connecticut, USA. Then I did a master's in mental health counseling from Tennessee, USA. And it's been a decade that I have been working in the health industry. I have an organization called the Calm Planet that deals in mental well-being. I give counseling session and I'm a consultant psychologist at the Ziauddin Hospital. So hence, I'm here to talk about emotional wellness. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay, so what is emotional well-being? Does it equate to being happy or excited? What do you think? Not at all times, right? Emotional well-being is the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions effectively. It is about building healthy relationships and coping with life's challenges, because we all know challenges are not going to stop. Be it from waking up in the morning, commuting to work, driving in this traffic, or being in this traffic of Karachi, dealing with all the safety concerns, dealing with work dynamics, coming home, and then dealing with family challenges as well, right? From morning till we go to bed, we are dealing with life's challenges. It could be as simple as dealing with traffic, or it could be as complicated as dealing with the diagnosis of a chronic illness, right? So there are some key markers of emotional health. The first one is self-love. Now, self-love is the most Instagrammable topic, right? I mean, wearing glittery clothes, doing skincare is considered self-care and self-love. Do you really believe that this is it? Not at all, right? But it's something way more deep. When we talk about self-love, it does not mean that we are buying ourselves new clothes or buying ourselves the matching pair of shoes. Obviously not. But it is about being a friend to oneself. It is about when we meet a stranger who has all the things that we don't have, we don't start feeling pitiful for ourselves. We don't start questioning our own worth because someone has got something that we don't have. Maybe a better job, maybe better financial well-being, maybe better health. When another person frustrates or humiliates us, can we let the insult go? Are we able to still keep our personality intact? When our family insults us, when someone in our family insults us, or do we end up not sleeping for a few nights? Do we end up losing our self-worth? In relationships, do we have enough self-love to leave abusive relationships behind? Or do we feel that we deserve the pain, that we deserve what we've got? Or are we able to cut ties with abusive people and abusive relationships? How good are we at apologizing to a lover, to a friend, when we are the one who has made mistakes? This is also part of self-love. Because you know that if you have made the mistake, it doesn't make you a small person. How often are you able to say, yes, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I apologize for that. But I am, like you, trying to be a better person every day. Can we dare to admit our mistakes? Or does an admission of guilt bruises our ego? Right? Is our ego that fragile that it's bruising on seeing someone having a better life than us? Is it being bruised on making a mistake? Is it being bruised when our boss is criticizing us? Or do we have a good sense of worth at our workplace, in our family? Can we resist the need to please others? Or do we have to run at every opportunity to please the other people? Second marker of emotional wellness would be candor. Candor determines the extent to which difficult ideas and troubling facts can be consciously admitted into the mind, soberly explored and accepted without denial. What does it mean? How readily do we admit to ourselves the more troubled, immature, confused thoughts, the anxious parts of ourselves? We all have contradictions in our values, in our beliefs, and even our thoughts. That's psychologically proven. All of us have contradiction in our thoughts. Are we able to accept, acknowledge those contradictions? कि हाँ कल मैं ये सोच रही थी पर आज मैं ये सोच रही हूँ. Right? How often we are seeking validation for something we feel. You feel angry, you feel disappointed, you feel let down. But so many of us, so many women especially, they need to ask someone, is it okay to feel this way? So this happened. Do you think, is it okay if I'm feeling this way? Hell yes. If you are feeling that, that's all right. You are feeling that. You got to accept what you are feeling. Acknowledge what you are feeling. How readily we are able to accept valuable lessons learned through painful incidents. How readily. There are so many valuable lessons packed in painful incidents. Fights with our families, fight at workplace, maybe criticism from boss. There are valuable lessons there. Are we ready to accept those? Are we ready to accept and take that pain? Because pain is something that wants to be experienced, that wants to be felt. Or are we running away from it? How readily we are able to accept criticism when it's made on an aspect and not an entire personality. How many of you go crying home when the boss said the presentation is not good? You didn't do good work. So how many of you actually cry that night that, I actually made a mistake or I didn't do that well? But that's just one aspect. That's just one part. It doesn't mean it's a criticism on your entire personality. So your personality should remain intact, even when you make mistakes, even when there's an aspect that goes wrong. Communication. Now this one is really important because this affects our relationships. How many of us are adept at communicating our feelings and desires without feeling guilty? Are we able to verbalize our disappointments? Or do we expect others to read our minds? Do you have no idea how often in a therapy I hear, so मैं नाराज हूँ, my partner does not know, but he should know, right? Or my family should, my parents should understand, right? They should understand. It's like, why? Are they mind readers? Were they born mind readers? Why they should understand? You have the responsibility to work